Major revelation in the last couple of hours from the FAA. The government is set to add a new set of regulations on those who own and fly recreational drones. The move touching off a major sort of pro versus con debate between those who fear a major aviation accident is inevitable and those free market capitalists who see the future of drones as a major revenue stream for years to come. We've got both sides of the argument because this has just developed in the last couple of hours. Torres Declet is the CEO of Measure. It's the nation's leading drone as a service company. They rent out drones for commercial issues and all kinds of companies, corporations. Captain Chuck Nash is a Fox News military analyst and retired U.S. Navy captain who served as a naval aviator for 25 years. Both sides represented here, but Brandon, I'll begin with you. From what you know, These new regulations require that people will have to register their drones. Is this going to ruin your business?
No. Well, first, thank you very much for having me on. I think this is a next step for the FAA in a long series of steps they've been taking to regulate commercial drones and consumer drones. Their mission is really about safety, and they're really trying to make sure that if an accident does happen, that we can identify the person responsible for it. You know, Measure's in the business of providing commercial drone services and operations for large commercial enterprise customers. You know, we're bound by a set of regulations that the FAA has already put on us.
Correct.
Our mantra is safe, legal, and insured. And frankly, with 1 million new drones potentially flying in the air over the holidays, we're just as concerned about the FAA, about a hobbyist who just bought it off of Amazon, potentially endangering our operations or even a commercial airliner.
Well, that is the issue, Captain Nash, and you as a pilot have probably looked at this and said 650 reported close calls. Listen, defining a close call is a whole different ballgame, but pilots don't overstate certain things, as I would imagine. How worried are you about drones, and does registering them even do something?
Well, I think back to Brendan's point, the FAA, what they're trying to do is, after the mishap, assess culpability. And it's a little late at that point to do that, although it's helpful in assessing blame. But I'm not concerned about Brendan's operation. I'm concerned, as you point out, Liz, about the hobbyist or someone nefarious who's intentionally trying to do something. Most of the hobby drones are line-of-sight things. Are we going to start regulating remote-controlled airplanes? They've been around for decades. So this is about the use of something. You buy your son or daughter a green laser for Christmas, and they go out and start lasing a helicopter at night. It all depends on who's operating this thing. You can use it for good or for ill.
Let me tell you something that happened recently. A Southwest Airlines jet was on its final descent near LAX in Los Angeles, and it reported a drone within 4,000 feet. Brandon, I would imagine that at 4,000 feet, that may very well be a commercial drone. Over 55 pounds. That sends me over the edge, because I think Captain Nash is right. Great, you registered. Now we know who brought down an airliner.
Yeah, I think we have to do a lot better job of educating both consumers and commercial drone operators about what is safe.
Should they be Christmas presents? Should we be even allowing that?
I think it's really hard to say that we're going to restrict what people can and cannot buy. I mean, for years now, people have enjoyed using remote-controlled helicopters and airplanes. I think it's very hard to tell people, look, the federal government's not going to allow you to buy these types of aircraft. I think the issue is we've got to find a way for people to enjoy the technology, because it is neat, it is cool. People want to buy them.
Oh, there are all kinds of clubs. Captain Nash, I'm less worried about Brandon's company. They're registering, they're doing the right things, and they're making sure they have the things that they need. For example, you need altitude reporting equipment. I bet you Brandon is following everything to the T. It is A, the nefarious people, or B, the complete idiots out there who are flying these things. And then you add Amazon to the pack. They'll probably do things correctly, but then you've got every company that wants to deliver tacos to a dorm room. That could really be a problem to, let's say, helicopters.
Well, the thing that bothers me more about the corporate package delivery things or taco delivery things is, who is going to be liable when one of those things loses power or bumps into a building and falls and hits a windshield of a car that now goes out of control and runs up on a bus stop and kills 3 people. This is getting a little bit out of control because people are jumping way too far ahead with the technology and their ideas, and they're doing that because in some cases, to enter into a new realm of technology, you have to overpromise. What typically happens is you overpromise, you underdeliver, and things sort of come back to a medium point. Right now, I think we're still going to have the delivery driver bringing us our pizza and tacos, and Amazon is going to look at that, and as soon as the first lawsuit happens, that's going to shut down.
We began with Brandon. We'll end with Captain Nash. We thank you both. This is a discussion that continues because all they're saying now is that they will fast-track recreational drone owners and, of course, commercial drone owners to register. It's great to have you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.